Please mute. Hello. Yeah. Thank you. Data science means what? Data science means bringing insights from the data, mining the data, extracting the information from the data, finding out something from the data, getting the answers to the questions, okay, and generating a report which will analyze okay, fine. So if you consider these six factors, okay, so what I can get from it, okay, total number of users, okay, then total number of websites, emails sent today. Now in the emails, if we consider only email category, you just check out the Gmail, you have the different sections there: primary mail, stead mail, spam, drafts, sent. So what it is? It is a metadata about data. So if I have this much count of emails sent today, so from email only, I can have the different options. Okay, from Maharashtra, how many mails sent today? From Pune, how many mails sent today? So what it is? It is a data science. I'm getting a metadata from the data itself. Okay. If we consider this meeting, now in this meeting, if I want to do the data analysis over the data of meeting, okay, so I can find out the different things. Like I can generate the questions. How many members, how many participants are there? So there were 50 participants, right? Now we have total 50 participants. Again, what kind of questions we can generate? How many female participants are there? How many male participants are there? Which medium we are using for communication? Okay. Who is the owner of the medium? Google Meet. So it is a product of Google, right? Out of all students, how many are from proper Pune location, Pune district? How many outsiders are there? So this is what? This is the data analysis I'm performing. Okay. Just wait, okay. I want to share the screen. I think screen is not visible. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just hold on. Sir, are you there? Hello?
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm not able to share my screen. I think control is in your hand.
Just a minute, sir.
Yeah, because it is giving a message you are not allowed to share your screen. Okay, guys. So let's discuss about the data science. Fine. So whenever I talk about the data, data means data is, it may be a structured data, it may be an unstructured data. Structured data means what? The data which is in the form of rows and columns. We have the relational data. Okay, relational databases, SQL, Excel file, CSV file. So what it is? It is a relational data. When we have row and column relationship, right? So it is a relational data. What about the unstructured data? When we talk about unstructured data, it means the unstructured data contains audio file, text file, videos. So they are not a structured one. Okay, we don't have a restriction that only yeah, that only we can share. Now I can share my screen. Thank you. So when we talk about unstructured data, audio, video, text file, images, all are nothing but the examples of unstructured data. Okay, guys. So you just see here, the world spends almost $1 million per minute on commodities on the internet, guys. On commodities on the internet. $1 million. Okay. You just tell me one single organization where we don't have the data. Is there any organization where we don't have the data? No, not at all. Either it's a small organization, it's a mid-range L1, L2, L3 level organization. Each organization maintains a data, maintains a record. And now everyone thinks about how to grab business from the data. And that's why now data science is ruling the world. Okay, because we give the footprints to them. Okay, we give the information to them. Daily we put something. Daily we put a status. We put the message. We have given everything: our birth date, our place, our mutual friends, the information, where we are going, where we eat, where we visit. So according to that, they target you. Okay, fine. You just see here some of the interesting news about the big data. Actually, by 2025, there will be 175 zettabyte of data in the global data sphere. Right? You just see the another news here. Okay. At the beginning of 2020, the number of bytes in the digital universe, was 40 times bigger than number of stars in the observable universe. And this is the statement by World Economic Forum. Now you just identify how much potential is there in this field. Okay, 40 times bigger than the number of stars in the observable universe. And it is continuously in a tremendous amount it is growing. Okay, that's why now everyone wants to become a data scientist, data engineer, consultant, etc. etc. Okay, so many posts are there which we can target. Okay, that's the reason, guys. We only know the data scientist is the one of the topmost job. Okay, but before going and appearing for or before selecting any career path, understand why it is on the top. What is the reason? Okay, and then take your decision. Fine. So these are the advantages. These are the very important things we can learn to choose the data science as a beautiful career. Okay, guys. Fine. Already we have spent time on discussing the fundamentals and theoretical aspect of it. Okay. Just last, Facebook statistics. Okay, stats about data. I want to show you. Facebook stats about data. Facebook brought $27 billion in advertisement revenue. 2020 Q4 2020. Q4 means last 3 months. Q4. Okay, last 3 months. With the help of advertisement only, what is the revenue? $27 billion. Understood, guys? Okay. So you just imagine how much they are earning from the data itself. We thought like Facebook is very nice. It is giving the free access. We can connect with the friends. We enjoy. Okay. But behind our enjoyment, they are earning a lot. Fine. And this is the fact about all social media. You might think that they are giving the free things. Okay, nothing is free in this universe. Nothing is free. Fine. Okay. So you can just see the statistics here. Okay. So see, Facebook audience, global audience. Fine. If you see this graph and see the count, continuously it is growing. Okay, right? And that is the main important thing about how data is crucial now. How data is important now. Fine. Okay. It is very interesting. If you search about the data, fine, you will get a lot of things. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the practical approach of the data science, how to work on any data, and how we can do the data science, what the data science is. Theoretically, it sounds good. By looking at the numbers, statistics, it is again very interesting. But often if we talk about the actual implementation of data science. So in the industry, how it happens, that I'm going to show you. Fine. So nowadays it's an IPL season. Fine. So I have created one notebook for you guys regarding the IPL data set, which we have publicly available on the Kaggle as well as the Git. And it is a public data set available related to the IPL. IPL is going on, right? So we're going to perform the data science analysis of IPL data set. And more precisely, I can say here, we're going to perform exploratory data analysis, right? EDA, it stands for EDA. And what is EDA? EDA is an approach to analyze the data set to summarize their main characteristics with the help of images, charts, graphs. Right? And this is the preliminary stage of machine learning. Before going for the machine learning, you must have to do a data science. You have to find out insights from the data. You have to do the mining in the data. So you can conclude something. And on the basis of that conclusion, we can move ahead for the machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, and so on. Okay. So data visualization is a very crucial part, is a very important part to understand the data. Because if I look at the data, fine, I have the million records, and just by looking at the data, can I conclude something? No. But if I plot that data, then I can find out the relationship. Either data is growing, okay, it is shrinking, it is in a positive relationship, it is in a negative relationship. We can conclude something from visualization, and that means exploratory data analysis. Okay, it includes most of the time it is part of the data visualization along with the graphs and charts, but it also includes the statistical analysis. On the basis of the statistics also we can plot the different things. Okay, so without wasting your time, before going ahead, let me show you here data. I have the matches.csv file, and the CSV file contains total matches played, and it has I think near about 12 seasons data. Okay, you can see here right now I'm having data set which contains the columns like ID, season, city, date. Okay, so I have here a date properly. Then team 1, so this is the team 1, this is the team 2. Okay, then who is the toss winner, what is the toss decision, what is the result, DL, Duckworth Lewis applied or not, who is the winner, win by run, win by wicket, player of the match, venue where it is played, umpire 1, umpire 2, and umpire 3. Right? So this is the data. And if you look at the season, so I have the different seasons data. So IPL 2017, 2008. So from 2008 to 2019, okay, these all seasons data I have in the CSV file. Okay, so the same data I'm going to load in the Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebook is a web-based application in order to deal with the data science kind of stuff. Okay, so I have already installed Jupyter Notebook on my machine, and as it is a web application, it will open in the web browser. Okay, so let's start the data science actually. So first thing is read the file. So in order to read the file, I'm going to use the pandas library. Okay, if we talk about the data science, there are so many libraries present. In the data science, we have the NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, Plotly, Cufflink, SciPy, TensorFlow, Keras, Scikit-learn. So many libraries are there. Okay, but Pandas is basically and largely used for performing the data analysis. It will read the file. It can perform the various analytical functions. It can apply the functions on the data set, and we get the information by just using a single line. It will give you the analysis just by using a single line. Okay, how? Let's have a look here. Okay, so first thing is to import that library. So which library I'm importing here? Pandas library. Using this Pandas library, I'm going to read my file. So I'm giving here a short name for Pandas, which is nothing but the PD. Okay, so PD is a nickname, and this PD will access the another function inside this Pandas, which is nothing but read underscore CSV. Okay, we have so many options here under the PD dot. If I put here R and hit the tab, you will get the suggestions associated with the read option. So read clipboard, CSV, Excel file, feeder, FWF, all these are the options to read the file. Okay. So my file is of extension.csv. So I will choose here read CSV. In this read CSV, you have to supply the file name. So what is my file name? File name is matches.csv. Okay. So I will select this file. Fine. I will select this file. When we read it, all data will be given here. It will be represented in line. You can see the same thing we are getting here, which is present in the Excel file, CSV file, whatever it may be. Right? Fine. See here, how many rows? 756 rows. Okay. And 18 columns. Total columns 18. Features, how many features we have? 18 features. And number of rows means number of instances. How many are there? 756. Right? So what I'll do, we'll just give the name here to this file. Okay. So let's suppose the name is df is this one. Okay. So if I want to fetch top 3 records from the whole data, so my data name is df. Fine. I want to fetch top 3 records. So simply what I'll do here, I'll use your df and I can put a square bracket. The square bracket is used in Python for slicing purpose. Okay. And I will put here a colon. Colon is used to access the multiple things. Okay. So this first part represents the start and second part represents the stop. So I will ask here to give me the 3 records. So colon 3 means stop at 3. Okay. So it will give you the top 3 records here like this. Fine. So from data frame, I want to load 3 records. So colon 3 means stop at 3. Why has to stop at 3? Because if you look at the index by default here, index starts from 0 always. 0, 1, 2, and then 3. So I said here, I set the value 3. So stop at 3. This is the simple meaning. Okay. Fine. There is another option to load the first 5 records or first top 3 records. df.head 3. Same answer you will get. Okay. If you want to load just 2 records, top 2 records, you just put here head 2. If you are not putting anything, it will load by default 5 records. If you're not giving the numbers here like 2, 3, 4, it will load first 5 records. Okay, first 5 records. Now, if I want to fetch last 3 records, then how I can fetch df.10. Okay, last 3 records. So I will put here 3. So what these are head means what? Head is a function which is supported by the data frame. And data frame is what? Data frame is a part of pandas data structure. Okay, data frame is one of the data structure from pandas library. So when we load our data set, the data set is in the form of data frame now. Okay, see, let me show you here. Okay, if I want to check the type of my data, so I can check here type df. Tell me the type of df, what it is. So it is the data structure data frame from core, and which is core. Core is a part of pandas. So this df, this data is in the form of data frame, and this data frame contains the different functions like head. It contains the tel, which is used to fetch last 3 records. Just using a single line, guys. Here I'm not writing at all any code. I'm not using any class, not using a bracket, semicolon, nothing. Just a single line of code. There are many misconceptions about the data science, actually. Okay. Many people think like data science is a coding part because they hesitate to do the coding. They thought like C and C++ it's very dangerous, and data science also it seems like a dangerous one, right? But it is not at all. Okay, it is not at all. Fine. So we just see just a single line gives you an output. Fine. Now how many records, how many rows and columns are present in my data? Previously we have seen 763 rows and 18 columns were there. But using command, using one function, using one attribute, how I can fetch it? So df.shape will give you total number of rows and total number of columns. So 750, first part is rows and this is about column. df dot check. Right? Okay. Now next question. See, every time to do the data science, you must have one question, because question is important, guys. Without question, how you're going to do the data science? No, because question gives answer. Question asks for a particular thing, particular data. So metadata is nothing but the data science, right? That thing I explained you, right? So list out the names of columns now. Next question is what? List out the names of columns. Because I want to check how many columns are there actually and what are those columns present. Okay. So you just use your df dot columns. These are the total columns I'm having in my data. In my CSV file, these are the total columns. This is the simple thing. df dot columns. That's it. df dot columns. Okay. Then, if I want to check the abstract summary of data, I want to check what? Abstract summary of data. So how I can check? df dot info. This info function will give you what? It will give you abstract summary of data. So if you execute about your data, it will tell you each and everything. So there were total 756 entries. Index starts from 0, stop at 755. There are total 18 columns. This is a column name. Then if you check here, data type, integer 64, object. This is the data type of my column. Now you may say, sir, why it is object and why it is integer? This is the question, right? If you look at the data, see here you have the number. Here you have the number. Here you have the data in the form of string as well as number. So it is heterogeneous data. Here you have again what? String data. Okay. This data is also having object type. This data is also having object type. Okay. So wherever you have the heterogeneous data as well as you have the string data, okay, you have the words, names. So there you will get object type. That's why you're getting here object. Fine. Yes. And here you have the integer data. Here you have the integer data. And at the end, it will summarize. There were total 4 integer columns and 14 object columns. And this is the memory usage for this. This is the memory usage. So this is an abstract summary. Now, if I want to check the missing values, this is the first part of pre-processing, data pre-processing. So if I want to check the missing values, I can check here using df dot is na. Okay. So if I use here is na, it gives me a Boolean output. You can see here everywhere there is a false. Okay. So if we have the missing data, okay, missing data means what? Just see last column. See last column. In the last column, if you observe, guys, we don't have any record. We don't have any data. See, the whole column is empty. Whole column is empty. Okay, whole column is empty. Fine. Whole column is empty. So this is what? This is a missing data. This is missing data. So if you see the output of this, at the end you will get here a true. See, true. Then here true. Okay, what this true means? Here we have the missing data. Then I want to know in which column how many entries are missing there. Okay, simply what I'll do here, I will apply the sum. But we'll tell you in city you have 7 missing entries. Okay, in winner you have the 4 missing entries. Player of the match 4. Okay, in umpire 1, umpire 2, 2 missing entries, and in umpire 3 you have lots of missing entries. 637 out of 700 plus entries. These many missing values we have. Okay. So in this way we can check the missing values in our data set. Now guys, let me tell you, though we have 756 like 63 data, if you have 7 lakh entries also, the same thing you have to do. Let me repeat. If you have a small amount of data, if you have a large amount of data, things won't change. The same thing you have to apply in order to check the missing values. Okay. Then check the descriptive statistics. If I want to check the descriptive statistics, it contains minimum value, maximum value, count, standard deviation, percentile of the data, right? Mean, average of the data. So if I want to find out that, I will use here describe. What I'll use? df.describe. So this describe will be applied on only integer columns. So if we look at the info, in the info I told you, we have only 4 integer columns. So on the 4 integer columns, see, describe will be applied. And it will give you the count. So total 756. Okay. Mean. Okay. So this is the mean of ID. This is the mean of Duckworth-Lewis applied. Standard deviation, minimum, 25 percentile, 50 percentile, 75 percentile, maximum value. Okay, guys. Fine. So this is what, this is a describe function which gives you a descriptive statistics. Using this, we are able to identify what is the minimum value, what is the maximum value, what is the average value, what is the standard deviation of my column, what are the total, what are the total number of elements, how many total number of elements present in my column. I can find out each and everything descriptive. Okay. Till now, any question from your side, guys? Do you have any question? Yes, guys. Any question from your side? Understood the things I have conveyed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, see. The next question is what? Check the data of any column. If I want to check the data of any column, suppose if I want to check the season column, check season column. Okay. So in order to check the season column, what we'll do here? df dot, you can access here season column. Right? It is giving you the attribute name. Most of the time you will get the attribute name because of the typing mistakes. Okay, fine. If you see df dot column, then it will tell you, okay, df dot columns, your S is a capital, and Python is a case sensitive language, guys. And I was giving small s. So most of the time you get attribute error, which is the biggest exception generated at the time of practicing. So what is the name of season? Season name is capital S, and these are the different seasons. Okay, so I'm taking the column seasons. Fine. So first entry is of 2017, last entry is of 2018. It is unsorted actually. It is not a sorted order because first should be 2008, then it should be 9, 10 like this. Okay, and we have here 2018, right? Next question is fetch city and result column. Instead of one, I want to fetch 2 columns, right? So here approach is different. We cannot like this df dot season dot city like this. If I want to fetch, what is my requirement? Fetch the city. So I can fetch the city like this. Okay, now city may be small. See, I fetch one city like this. But what they are asking for, fetch city as well as result column. Fetch city as well as result column. Right? So in order to fetch 2 different columns, you must have to write here a double square bracket. Okay. So first column is a city and second column is of result. Yes. And complete the brackets. Now you are getting the data of city as well as result. Okay. So why I'm giving the 2 brackets? Because this data is a 2-dimensional and it contains 2 columns. So we must have to specify here double square bracket. Okay, don't think like here I'm putting a 2 columns, so 2 brackets, and if you put the 3 columns, then 3 brackets. No. You give here 3 columns, 4 columns, 5 columns. Suppose if I'm giving here season like this. Third column I'm putting. there is no need to add one extra square bracket. Square bracket, two square bracket is used for two-dimensional data, because let me show you here. You check the dimension of data frame using ending. Sorry. So you see here ending. Ending is gives what? It gives the dimension of the data frame. What is the dimension of data frame? 2. That's why we are using here two square brackets. Okay. Suppose if I'm using here season, it will give you the city, result, and season. So for that reason, I don't have to add here one more bracket. Okay. So column count and bracket count is not having a relationship. They are not having a relationship. Fine. Why two dimension? Because it's a data frame. Because of the data frame, it's a two dimension, and because of the two dimension, we are putting here two brackets in order to access multiple columns. That's the simple reason. Then, next question. Fetch the data of season 2017 only. Okay. I have so many seasons here actually. Okay. Fine. So fetch the data of season 2017. Right. So I will use here df dot season, and which season I want. Season should be equal to IPL 2017. So if you execute, you will get the true answer. So what this is? This is a Boolean output, and this Boolean output you need to pass as an index to the data frame. So I will use your df of into the square bracket, and I will get the data of IPL season 2017 only. See, I will have only 2017 data. All data. Check it out here. Okay. 2017, 17, 17. All data is of 2017. Another option for checking the data of 2017. I have the data frame. I want to check the season, so I will hit the season column. तो पहले कौन सा कॉलम लेना पड़ेगा मुझे? सीजन कॉलम लेना पड़ेगा. तो ये सीजन कॉलम है. अभी सीजन कॉलम से मुझे कौन सा सीजन चाहिए? आईपीएल 2017. तो मैं क्या करूंगा? दूसरा ऑप्शन होता है हमारे पास सिंपल क्वेरी. ओके, इनसाइड दिस क्वेरी, व्हाट यू हैव टू राइट? You have to write a column name. Okay, what you have to write? You have to write a column name. तो आप यहाँ पे ऐसे कर सकते हैं df dot query, right? What you have to write here? Season equals to season का नाम क्या है? IPL-2017. If you execute, you will get the same output, but approach is different. Okay, guys, approach is different. In the previous case, we are using Boolean output as an index. In this case, we are using a query. Okay, and inside that query, you must have to supply a string. So using this string, it will identify season. Which season is needed? IPL 2017. Right? Next question. How many matches played in season 2018? How many matches played in season 2018? Fine. So in order to find out this, what we'll do? Again, df dot season is equal to IPL 2018. You will get the Boolean output here. So wherever 2018 is present, there you will get the true, and wherever it is not present, there you will get the false. This record is of 2017. This record is of 2019. So wherever 2018 is present, there you will get the true answer. So if I want to find out the count of matches played in the season, so I will take the summation of this. Right? It will give me the count. So there were total 60 matches played in the season 2018. How many matches? 60 matches played in the season 2018. Fine. Go for the next question. Next question is, how many matches played at Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium? Now, if you look at the data, so which column contains the venue? See, Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium, Bhopal. Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium, Bhopal. So it is present in which column? Column name is venue. Fine. So if I want to access the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium, it is present in venue column. And what is the question? How many? I don't want to face the only record of Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium. I want to find out how many matches played at Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium. Fine. Okay. So what I'll do here, df dot venue, right? And from this, I will copy and I will check here where it is equal to Rajiv Gandhi Upal. Fine. See, first one is Rajiv Gandhi. Then here don't have the, in between we may have the Rajiv Gandhi Upal International Stadium. Okay. So we'll just take another summation of this, and it will tell you there were total 56 matches played at Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium. But here the picture is not over, guys. Here the picture is not over. As a data science engineer, as a data scientist, we should check, is there any entry which is only considering the initials, means R, G, I, S, Upal, or is there any Rajiv Gandhi International, means INT, STA dot Upal, like this? This may be wrong count. Okay. So first I want to check here. Okay. Check carefully about venue and its substitutes. Okay. In order to check the venues, what I'll do here, I want to find out the unique venues. What I want to find out? Find out unique venues. So in order to find out the unique venues, you just have to use here unique. What do you have to use here? Unique. That's it. Only simple. Unique. See? These many venues we have. Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium, okay, Maharashtra Association, right? See? Okay. Now you can see at the end we have here Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium. And this is again the same stadium. Are you getting my point? So as a data scientist, as a data science engineer, we should think like a researcher. We should think like a research scholar. Fine? Or another option I can use here, Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium, or the venue contains all the stadiums. Okay, I can use here venue venue dot str. It contains the string data. Okay, and I will write here starts with, okay, जो venue starts with होते हैं R से, वो मुझे find out करते हैं. ठीक है, df dot venue dot str dot starts with R, right? And if I supply this df as an index, so you can see we have this data frame in which 64 rows we have. कितने हैं? 64 rows, जहाँ पे आपको स्टेडियम के नाम R से शुरू होने वाले मिलेंगे. सी राजीव गांधी, राजीव गांधी, राजीव गांधी. पहले आंसर क्या आ रहा था मेरा? The first answer was 56. Now the answer is 64. Consider the figure. Consider the number 56 and 64. Okay, big difference is there. Fine. Understood, guys? So you can then take here shape. So you can conclude that how many matches played at Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium? 64, not 56. This is the wrong answer. Actually. This is the right answer, 64. Because starting with R, Rajiv Gandhi, okay, or you can write here Rajiv also. The same answer you will get. Venue starting with Rajiv. So it will give you the 64 count. This is the proper answer, right answer. Next question. Show the total seasons in the data set. If I want to show the total seasons in the data set, I will use here df dot season. So these are the total seasons, but I want to list out season 2017, 8, 19, or if there is anything like we may have the missing entry of any season. ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि suppose बीच का एक season है उसका data ही नहीं है मेरे पास. So I want to find out. Okay. So what I'll do here, I'll find out using unique. What do you use? Unique. So this is the data you have: 17, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, and 19. So 2008, season 8 to 19. These many seasons we have. Now, how many seasons data we have? If I want to find out, I'm not going to type anything. I will just copy this one. I will paste it here, and I will use here n unique. What I'm going to use? N unique. Number of seasons data we have. So we have total 12 seasons data from 2008 to 2019. Total 12 seasons data we have here. Right? So this is just a statistic. Right? Now, if I want to find out how many number of matches played in each season, or how many number of matches played so far. Okay. Right here, season wise count needed. I want season wise count. Fine. So we'll select here a season, right? And dot value underscore count will give you season wise matches played. Okay. Season wise matches played. So how you are getting here? You are getting a data. Okay. In which order? Ascending or descending? See, it is in descending order, higher to lower. So maximum matches played in the IPL 2013. How many matches? 76. Okay. So I will search on Google total number of matches played in IPL 2013. So IPL 2013, how many matches played? Do we have any statement here? Let me check. Any statistics I'm getting? Okay, so they have given just somewhere we'll get, definitely somewhere we'll get here. But if we search properly, then it will give you the solution that how many matches played. Okay. Fine. It is giving here list of IPL league records. Okay, and some statistics are also there. Okay, but somewhere we'll get definitely the count of total number of matches played in season 2013. So according to the data, 2013 we have played most of the matches. Maximum, most of the matches. No, we can say here maximum matches played in 2013. Yes, this is the statistics. Now, if I want to find out top three according to the number of count, then again, what will you use here? Head. See, these are the top three. These are the top three guys. Let me give you here a small option with the help of which you can plot this data. ये जो डेटा है ना, अब इसका मुझे ग्राफ चाहिए. अगर किसी प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज में आपको नॉर्मल ग्राफ बनाना है तो आप क्या करोगे? एक कोड लिखोगे, फाइन, उसमें वेरिएबल्स लोगे, वैल्यूज लोगे और फिर उसे प्लॉट करोगे. ठीक है, अभी मेरे पास एक सिंगल लाइन ही है. ठीक है, इससे मुझे ये डेटा मिलता है. आई जस्ट यूज योर प्लॉट. व्हिच काइंड ऑफ प्लॉट यू नीडेड हियर? आई वांट हियर बार प्लॉट. दैट इज क्यूट. Fine. See, you'll get your result. df.season value counts dot head dot plot kind is equal